Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and let's get started. For DIY number 1, I'm going to begin with one of these Dollar Tree wood plaque breadboards. They are so cute. And I'm going to go in with some of the Waverly Antique Wax, give it a full coat. And I'm going to also use a few of these tumbling tower blocks as well. And now I'm going to use some of the super glue wood glue and add just a tiny little bit to each of these tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to place one here at the bottom. And now you're going to see my thought process because I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the rest. So here I'm trying to figure out placement. So now I'm going to place this one on the top. Just add a little bit of glue and place it up here. Straighten it out like that. And now I'm going to take the rest and place them staggered. So one on this side on the right, and then this last one will be on the left. It's just tiniest bits of glue too, don't put too much. Get them straight like this. Now I'm gonna allow this to dry for a little bit. This glue works really well, so it doesn't take long for it to set. And now I'm going to take these tiny little pieces of remnant fabric that I had left over from last week's video. And if you saw it, you'll know that it came from the Dollar Tree. These are just little pieces that are ripped off. And I'm just simply going to use a little bit of hot glue and place them on these mini shelves. These are going to be little shelves. So just a little bead of glue and add all these little shelves like this. And now I'm going to take a couple of these little gingies from the Dollar Tree. I had them left over from my last video as well. And I'm just going to use this wood glue. I'm not going to use any hot glue for these little pieces. So I'm going to add one right here, right beside or right above this one shelf, on top of the shelf. And then the next one I'll go right above it, but staggered. So a little bit of glue and then just place it right here. So it'll be more centralized. Like this, look how adorable. And now I'm going to take some Fix All adhesive from the Dollar Tree and some of these plastic peppermints. These I got from Amazon, but the Dollar Tree does sell them at Christmas time if you could find the little bottle brush trees right underneath them. So I'm going to take one and place it on the very bottom, and then put this one on the very top of my little, well, it's supposed to be a breadboard, but I'm using it as a cutting board. So now I had these leftover plastic macaroons from my gingerbread video from Easter, my Easter gingerbread, and I'm just going to take some hot glue and adhere to sandwich a peppermint like this. Now I'm going to take some of the Fix All glue and add a little dabs to each of these little pieces and place this set on one shelf like this, and then I'll repeat the process and add a plastic macaroon or macaron, say it correctly in a French accent. And then add the Fix All little dabs onto this as well, because these will be sitting on this bakery shelf ready to sell. They were just baked fresh. Look how adorable. So cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these little greenery, place it in place, and that is it for this one. This is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. Welcome to the Team Snowman versus Team Gingerbread collaboration. This event is hosted by Brenda of Rustic and Lace DIY and Robin of Crafts Unleashed by Robin. Brenda chose 2 crafters to help her represent the gingerbread team. She chose Kathy Jo of Kathy Jo DIY and myself, Jackie of Crafting in Mimi's World. Robin also chose 2 crafters to help her represent the snowman team. She chose Janice of Craftastic DIYs and Amanda of 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. And there will be a playlist with all the mentioned crafters videos. So when you're done watching my video, please head on over to my description box and the playlist link will be there. I'll also pin it in my comments for your convenience. After you're done watching the playlist, you can head on over to Brenda's channel community tab. There you will find the poll and there you can vote. And that's it. Super fun. Enjoy. For DIY number 2, I'm going to begin with 3 of these gingerbread cutouts made out of wood, and I got these from Amazon. They're ornaments, and I'm just taking my EMT shears and snipping off the hangers. We're not going to need them. And now I'm going to go in with some of apple barrel paint in the color Nutmeg Brown, give them a full coat, both sides. Now I'm taking a piece of parchment paper and I'm going to place my gingies on there. And I'm going to take my puffy paint from Tulip and I'm going to fill in all the holes. So the eyes, the mouths, the arms, the legs, and the buttons. Everything. And I'm going to allow this to go through all the way to the parchment paper. Because when these get dry, we'll be using the underside. So the front side, it won't really matter what it looks like too much. I mean, you could be more exact if you like, but if it's not perfect, the underside will be perfect. So like this, now they're dry. Here I'm going to peel them off and I'll show you in a second how they look. Now one of these, the buttons did come off the middle, but I was okay with that. And for now, I'm going to set these aside. In the meantime, I'm going to take 3 of these cooking utensils. They're bamboo from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to paint them with a couple of coats of the Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson. And now I'm going to use some of the Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And use my Chucky Chibi brush. And we're going to do a little dry brushing. That way these utensils won't look too brand new. And they'll look a little bit farmhouse. So I'm just going to distress them in this manner. And I'll do this to all 3 of my utensils. So they look like this. Now they have that more worn look. Looking cute. And now I'm going to take my little gingies that I have prepared and place them on my utensils in this manner. And I'm going to adhere them with some of the super glue wood glue, which you guys know I love. And I'm just going to place a bit on the face and the arms and the legs. And then this is the side that I actually painted. So in the final reveal, you'll see a little closer what the other side looks like. It looks so much better. So see, I don't know if you can see it, if you can tell. Probably can't tell till later. But yeah, I do the same thing to all 3. And now I'm going to set these aside. That way the adhesive will have time to dry a little bit and cure a little bit. Meantime, I'm taking this ribbon. I got this from Walmart last year. I thought it was really pretty and rather farmhouse for Christmas. So I'm going to make a quick little bow, just a regular shoelace bow, kind of bow. Nothing too elaborate. And my original plan was to make one of these bows for each of these utensils, but then I realized, whoa, this ribbon is a little bit thick. Maybe something thinner will do, but I didn't waste the bow. I went ahead and saved it for the next DIY. So you'll see this bow a little bit later. And I did cut them at a dovetail on each. And then I did take my lighter to kind of burn off the ends because this kind of ribbon may fray. And on a dovetail, the fraying, I don't know, I don't think it's that cute. So went ahead and cinched these, set that aside. Now here are my spoons. So instead I'm going to take some baker's twine. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go around the base and figure out how much I need. Kind of feel like I need a good amount. Snip off what I need like this. And then to make a secure knot, I go ahead and loop it 3 good times like this. And then tie it down, and this will help the knot stay in place while you create the other knot to secure it. Then I just create a quick little bow in this manner, kind of fix the loops and the tails, and then later I do trim the tails just a little bit. They were just a little bit too long. And then I just went ahead and do this to all 3 of the rest, and here's how they look. And then a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I'm going to take one of these large cutting boards from the Dollar Tree Plus section. This was $3, which I thought was a great price because it's pretty large. So I'm going to go in with some of this chalkboard paint from the Dollar Tree to do a base coat to help cover up the wording. And I'm going to go ahead and use this other palette, and I'm going to use a Truffle by Waverly, give it a good coat. And I'm going to go in with some of the white Waverly chalk paint, my Chucky Chippy brush. And I'm going to do some distressing. And I'm just going to go along the grain of both of these pieces, both this little palette. Well, this is the larger palette plaque. This is not the small one, this is a larger one. And I'm also going to do the cutting board. So I go ahead and do both sides. Even though you're not going to see the back side. I don't know. I like a good finished project. It only takes me a second to finish it up. So I do both sides. And then I went ahead and did the cutting board. I wasn't too perfect with it because some of it will be covered up with other things. This is just another layer. So the black layer was to help cover up all the wording. The truffle layer was to give it the base coat. And now the white chalk paint is just going to be the dry brushing. And I'm also going to use a few of these tumbling tower blocks. I think I did 6 or 8. I think I did 8. And I'm going to use some of the super glue wood glue. And I'm going to take these tumbling tower blocks and stack them together. So 2 like this. And then I do 4 sets. So here's another. And another. And another. And then I allow these to set a little bit, which then will take long. So now I'm going to take my little palette and I'm going to take a set of 2, add some more glue, place it on the top side like this, on the top right hand side, and then these 2 on the bottom right hand side. Make sure they're nice and straight. And then I do the same thing to the left side and add some to the bottom and add some to the top. Like this, just tiny little bits of glue, not too much. Allow that to set for a minute. It doesn't take long. And I'm going to add some more glue to these. And I'm just very carefully going to flip it and place it on my cutting board on the base. So like this. Perfection. Make sure it's nice and straight. I'm having to film it at this angle because it's long. This thing is long. So look at that, really cute. So I allow this to set and cure. Here it is, nice and dry. Ready for me to continue. And I'm going to take some of this burlap, which I had in my stash. I think I got it either from Amazon or Walmart, one of the two. And I'm just going to take enough to go up or down and then back up halfway. So I'm just right here, I'm just guesstimating. I will trim off what I don't need in a little bit. So now I'm just going to begin by stretching it out a little bit, seeing how much I need, removing some of these fibers because I like it to fray a little bit. I'm going to add a couple dabs of glue and placing this on top, center it a little bit, press it down with my silicone spatula because this has a lot of holes and it's easy to burn yourself. And then I went ahead and did the bottom portion like this, press it down again, try to keep it nice and centered, and press it down with my silicone spatula. Now I'm going to continue and then add this to the inside of my little palette. And I'm just going to take a wooden dowel to help me with this portion because my fingers aren't that slender. It's pretty slender in there. Pretty tight fit. So here I'm just trying to finagle it using my wooden dowel till I get it all to come out at the bottom. Now once I get it all to come out at the bottom, right here, get it nice and straight. I want to make sure this is not gathered up. I want to make sure it's nice and straight. This little corner here was a little bit of a pain, but there we go. Now I just pull it a little bit up and now it's perfect length. Now I'll press it down so it'll be kind of like an apron. Snip off this amount here, which I'm not going to need. Remove it and do a little bit of fraying on this end. And now I'm just going to take some hot glue and add it here on the top of this palette. Press it down, press down the burlap with my silicone spatulas. Hold them and then hold them down like this. Remove any excess glue that might come up because it might happen. And now I'm pretty set. Now here's the bow that I made for DIY number 2, which I ended up saving for this DIY. And look, that looks much better over here. Okay, so here I'm placing my wooden spoons. Well, they're not wooden, they're bamboo. My bamboo cooking utensils. I'm going to place them here. I'm trying to figure out the best placement. And the burlap holds them in place without worrying about them slipping out. So it's great. And I'm just kind of stagger them like this, placing the spoon in the middle, and then the 2 scrapers on the side or the sides. Now I'm taking some of this greenery from the Dollar Tree. It's almost like a boxwood. And I'm just going to snip off a few pieces. First, I just started by doing 2 pieces in the center, 1 on each side. And then I kind of looked at it and I thought, no, it needs a little bit more. But I went ahead and cut off a couple little pieces to place them for my bow. Did that first. Just added a little dab of glue, lifted my bow a little bit, and placed that on there. And did the same thing to the other side, like this. Embellish it really cute. Now here's where I'm gonna look at it and think, okay, this needs something else. So I went back to my floral pick, cut off 2 more little sprigs, and I'm gonna place them on the sides. One here and one on the other side, and I think that gives it a better look. So here I'm just trying to find the best one to snip off. Right here. I think that looks cute. Then I just had to fix this first one. This first one wasn't going in just right. And that is it. Super cute. This is how it looks. And a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 4, my family loves to eat this yogurt, so I'm going to repurpose some of these jars. They are great size. Now I went ahead and removed all the labels and everything. Then on Amazon I found the lids that fit perfectly, and this little set came with the little bamboo spoons too. Wow, win-win-win. Love these. Look how adorable. Such a cute set, and it was priced really well too. I'll include everything in my description box for you guys. So now I'm going to take my board and my drill, and I'm going to drill some holes on the tops of the spoons right here on the handles. And I do this to all 3 just real quick. Just drill a quick little hole. It's easy to drill. This bamboo is great quality, like this. Now that I have those ready, now I'm going to take my baker's twine from the Dollar Tree, add a little dab of glue on the end to make a makeshift needle, kind of roll it to make that needle point, and just poke them through. Now I went ahead and poked through all 3, that way I didn't have to do this 3 times. I really do try to work smarter and not harder. Okay, so now I'm going to figure out how much I'm going to need to go around the jar and to tie it in a bow. So once I figured that out, then I went ahead and then snipped off the rest. And now I'm going to use the first one as a template to figure out how much I'm going to need for the rest of my jars. So just like this, now I have them ready to go. Now all I have to do is place them on my jars. So I'll start with one, go around and do a good knot, and then pull it and then make the next knot to keep it in place, and then create the bow like this. And then I'll bring the spoon forward, and then I'll do this to all 3 of my jars to look like this. Now I'm going to take these little gingies that I had extra. I'm going to take some Fix All, and I'm using Fix All because the lids are bamboo and I'm not sure how that's going to work with the wood gingies. Otherwise I would use the super glue wood glue, as you guys know. So I'm just going to use a Fix All just to be on the safe side and place these on the very top. And I got this idea from some of the decor I've seen at Home Goods with the little gingies on top. So I thought, oh, I can make that. And here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 5, I'm going to take these round decor pieces from the Dollar Tree. They have that tinsel, and I'm just going to remove this paper piece, which create the peppermint shapes. And I'm going to take 6 total. And I'm going to take some of these glass jars from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to clean them up. And this is going to be such an easy hack. It's not even a DIY, it's a hack. So here I'm going to take another one, different size. So all I'm going to do is take these pieces that I removed from the decor and some Elaine's Tacky Glue. Add the Elaine's Tacky Glue. And then just place these on top of the lids. Now you can paint the lids if you like. I didn't, just because this was supposed to be an Instagram post for last year, for last Christmas. But time got away from me and it didn't happen. So you're seeing it today. Yeah. But this one here, all I did was just snip off the excess like this. And then I just placed it on top. Oh, and by the way, this DIY was actually inspired by another DIY that I created with some Cricut vinyl that I made the peppermint shapes with. And then somebody asked me, you know, what can I do if I don't have a Cricut? Well, I saw these at the store and I thought, oh, you know what? These look like they would fit these jars. And sure enough, they fit pretty perfectly. Well, you have to snip off a little bit here and there on this shape. And then I just use the jars themselves because they're glass and they're a little bit heavy. Place them on top, that way they'll dry well. And now here they are, nice and dry for the most part. And I'm just going to fill these with some treats. And I just did some candy canes, some marshmallows, and some Hershey's Kisses. And then I added a bow with some jute twine for a finishing touch. And I did this to all three. And that is it. And this is how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to come follow me on there. Here is my QR code. I post on there Monday through Fridays. The same with TikTok. I post on there Monday through Fridays. Here's my QR code. Here's my QR code for Facebook. Also Monday through Fridays. As well as Pinterest. Here's my QR code for there. This is my handle for Threads. Come join me there. And I do post on Hometalk twice a month. Here's my QR code for there. And I do have a crafting group on Facebook if you'd like to come join us there. And now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you think and which one is your favorite one. Well, I'd like to take a moment and thank Brenda of Rustic and Lace DIY for inviting me to join her gingerbread team. Had a lot of fun. I also like to thank Robin and then all the other participants, Kathy Jo, Janice, and Amanda. They're all fantastic, so don't forget to head on over to my description box, click the link to the playlist, and enjoy it. And I'll also pin it in my comments for your convenience. And when you're done enjoying the playlist, head on over to Brenda's channel, her community tab. You'll find the poll there. Go ahead and vote for your favorite team. And that is it. Super simple, and just enjoy it. And speaking of enjoying it, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong. And have a great, great day. Bye-bye.